Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. It's Monday morning, and we are going to play with these blank cabochons, and we're going to make our own, put our own images inside and add them to some projects. I have just a journal that it's a summary kind of journal, but it can be for anything. And so we'll be adding in some elements into this that we're making, just so that you can see what they look like, and they're kind of fun. So I put this one together with just a piece of a book page, and then I put one of the empty domes on top of it with just with my tacky glue, and it sticks and it dries clear. So we'll do that. And then this one, it's a little flatter, and it's an image of a butterfly. I just used my circle punch. No, I didn't. I went around it with my nail. I put the picture on top of it, but we'll do that together so you can see what in the world I'm talking about. And I used this. It's called Dimensional Magic by Mod Podge. I've had it a really long time. They still sell it at the craft stores. Walmart has it. And so I'll show you what that looks like. It just takes, I think it's like 3 hours to dry. Yes, let dry for 3 hours. It goes on cloudy, but it dries clear. And so that's what it looks like dry. I ended up with a couple bubbles in there. I'm okay. It's my first time trying it to see what it would look like. So I quite like that look. So let's play. I have some fabrics. I would like to make some tabs for the journal and for upcoming journals as well. And I just think these would be a beautiful addition. So I just cut this one down. No real size in mind. I just cut a piece of material and set it together to see what it looked like. But I have a hot glue ready because I don't want to sit and wait for glue to dry. So I'm just using the hot glue. Just makes things go a little faster. And then I'm going to add hot glue to this. I tried very hard to do some dangles. It was not going so well for me with my hands. So when I make dangles, I'm going to use bulb pins from now on. And so there we go. So that's going to be a tab. And if you'd like it on both sides, we'll do one of those too. I just thought of that. So I took off all the paper from the backs, and then I'm just going to cut. Widths don't matter. You can cut your fabric to whatever width you want, and you can adjust the length when you're done. So I think this is about the same length. Yes. So we're just going to play. All right. So I took one of these bigger ones. It's in the gold. And then this picture, I set where I wanted it, and I just ran my nail around the whole outside of it. And so then there's an outline, and I can just cut it. I know if you have the ready-made cabochons, then you can do it that way. It's a lot easier, but it's nice to know that you can add your own images inside. It doesn't have to be ones that are already pre-made. And that was the idea of showing this to you. And so that will sit in just like that. Oh, I think Tom's up. He was resting. So we can take one of the domes. On a different one, we will use the Oh, that's going to be lovely. We'll use the liquid stuff on another one. So I'm just going to use some regular glue. If it decides to come out. And I don't know if you've made these before, what kind of glue do you use? Do you use just your regular glue, or do you have a special kind of glue that you use? Oh, that image is just lovely. So I need to clean this out just so that I know it works. Excuse my arm. And so this is what I did. I just added some glue, just like that. And then I took my finger and I spread it to the edges. Just right around, just like that. And then I'm going to lay it on top. And yeah, it's cloudy now. It won't be for long. Let me just lift it up. And it sticks relatively well. So I'm really happy about that. And there's no gaps. And then as it dries, it's going to clear up really nicely. So we'll leave that for a second, and then I'll show you when it's done, like when it dries. And so I just have some of these little images. This was a one page I had left from when I did a project for Took. So circle punch, it's just a 1-inch circle punch because that's how big these rounds are. I'm just going to cut it out. I have others cut here, but I really like this bird. Just going to grab, maybe I'll grab this silver one. It should work. So I'm going to just bring it over and I hold it tight and then I just go around it. Just holding it in place. Oops. Because it's smaller, it's kind of, and obviously you're not going to get the full bird in there, but I'm going to get his face in there. And you can use a bigger one. This seems to be the really small one, but you know what? We're going to use it because I've already outlined him. And then just cut around him. And that dimensional stuff, you don't shake it because it causes bubbles inside the liquid, and they're very hard to get out. And I think I might have dropped it, and that's why that's why it had some bubbles. But oh, it's so cute. I just have to trim off the bottom a little bit. I didn't do this bit right here. And you just follow around on the line. So I'm going to glue it on. Oops. And add this right in there. Just got to pick it up. And so there's the image there. And then we'll use this dimensional stuff. So yeah, it stays cloudy, but when it dries, it's completely clear. I don't think there's any bubbles in here. So this is all I'm gonna do, is I'm just gonna give it a little squeeze, maybe. What's going on? Excuse my reach. Maybe it has a clog. Oh, yep, it did. There we go. Let's try that. Okay, let's try again. Yep, here it comes. So it's going to come out in a drop, and then I just, it's clogged. goodness. It didn't happen to me like this the other day. Of course, because I wasn't on camera. But get on camera and, you know, things happen. Okay, here we go. Whoops, I just dripped onto my table. That's okay. So it just needs a little squeeze. And I'm going to try and lift it up without shaking it around. And I'm just going to move it to the corner. Just like that. And there we go. So once that's dry, it's going to be completely clear. If you can see that, it's cloudy right now, but it's coming. And I see a tiny little dot. So just gonna touch it with my pin. It should go away. Oh, it doesn't want to. All right, so I'm gonna move it over then. This was not in the bird's face. So there we go. So I'll leave that there. So that takes 3 hours to dry. And this one is starting to get clear. Of course, the glue's still wet, but it will get clear. But oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. So I'm going to put it on some lace. I just have these bits of doily. It's kind of thick, but it'll be nice to add. It doesn't have to be square, it can be square, it's whatever. And you can put it this way, which I think I'm going to do because I'd like to have it on the page on the side, and this one will go on the top. So I'm just going to do that. I'll just add it. And you can decide where you want it. I think I'll leave a little bit of the bottom there to see. Looks like a little trim. So there we go. So let's pop her on. Thanks, love. Coffee time. And just add some glue on here. I don't usually fill it with the hot glue. I don't think there's any reason to. I'm just going to set that on there. Oh my goodness, that's cute. I know it's still a bit cloudy, but that's okay because it's going to dry. And then we'll pop that onto the edge of a page in a minute. And then I have this lovely lady. I think she... Just trying to think how she's gonna be. Oh yeah, I'll just move her over a little. So same thing, I'm just gonna take my nail, hold it tight all the way around the edges. I mean, you could trace around them or whatever, but I just find this the easiest way, and then I get a better fit. It's not a perfect oval, of course. I can't cut perfect for nothing. But that's okay too. And so there we go. So that'll be in there. Oh, she's gonna be lovely. So again, I'm just going to use one of the domes. And I had wondered if I should just use the Fabri-Tac, and I thought, no, I don't know if I want to try that. The Fabri-Tac on top, like on the dome, so that, you know, when you fit the dome in. I wasn't sure if I wanted to try that or not. That just looks so gorgeous. So let's do this again. I'm just trying to see if I have a different glue, just to try it. Let's try this. This is also tacky glue. It's clear, So I don't use this one a lot because it's a, oops, so sorry. It's a wetter glue than the white stuff. I don't know if that sounds weird or not, but it stays wet longer than the white stuff does. So I'm just moving this around because I don't want lines in the glue. So let's pop it down. It's kind of stuck to my finger. All right. So I'm not sure how long this one will take to dry, but you have instant clarity. So look at the gorgeousness of that. So pretty. And you can do it like this. I have the hole upside down, so you can add a dangle to it if you want. Any of them you can put a dangle. But yeah, I'm just doing these for now. This fabric is thinner, so it's not so bad to cut. Some of them are pretty heavy. Get that stuff out of the way. Which way? I think I'd like her this way as well, but on the other side, so she can face the other side of the page. That's an idea. Let's see. And if it's a bit longer, that's okay as well, except it's not wide enough. Maybe this was the piece I was going to use. Oh yeah, here we go. That looks much better. And I just have it hanging off a little bit there, just because it's pretty. I like the look of it. There, I just wanted to make sure it was going to sit in the right spot. Why aren't you working very well? Anyway, let's pop it on. You can put a gem there. I mean, you can, obviously you can do more stuff with what you're doing here. Just this, these are very simple. And I just think they're very pretty on their own. But what's nice about these is you can still add a dangle and have it dangling down a page as well. Like, look at that. That's beautiful. This one's starting to clear up. I may have put gluey fingers on it as well, which hopefully not. And then there's this one. This one I'm going to make a little shorter. So let's add these to some pages, shall we? Oops. So this one, so it's just going to go on the page like this, right? Just like that. It has a nice little bit out of the, off the page, which is fun. There we go, and then that will just come over this way. And then it just goes right to the top of the page. Oh, how cute is that, right? And then you get a nice little, pretty little thing sticking out the top. So there's that one. I don't want to add them where I've got stuff already. Let's pop this one on this side. Oh yeah, that's going to be beautiful. Oh, my glue gun is having issues. So weird. Just don't burn yourself. I have a tendency to sometimes burn myself. I try not to, but sometimes it happens. I'm just going to make this a little shorter. It doesn't have to be stuck right out. Sorry about that, racket. So I'm hoping you can see this. So that's going to just be right there, I think. So it's just... did that? Okay. There we go. Just add some glue. Pop it on there. Very pretty. What do you think of that? I love that. And then have our third one. Let's do that too, and then it'll be on this side. And I'll just bring it down a little bit so they're not all, so they'll look staggered and not all in the same area. Huh. Bring it down. Just like that. So I can't use the one yet that's wet. So, oh, actually, let me make this a bit shorter. But they're so fun, and you don't have to have cabochons to do this. You can create tabs with anything. So, okay. I have to figure out this thing, what's going on with it. It's acting up. Just have it stuck out a little bit. So there we go. So there's that one. So we have the tabs sticking out, which is so fun. And then this one, let's make it a dangle, shall we? I have a, let's move this. I have a bulb pin, and I wonder, I have this musical note. So let's see. Oops, come on. Yeah, it's going to hang down like this, because I put the butterfly so that this hole is at the bottom of it and not the top. So that's on backwards. So let's... I always have to figure out how to put the pin, the bulb pin, going through a project. So let's try it this way and see. I thought I had figured it out before, but oh, there we go. I did it. All right, so let's do that. And obviously I'm not going to put it onto a tab, but I could just add it to my bag right there, even though it's blue and the bag is greens and creams. But you know, it I don't know. Let's see if there's a better. Back here somewhere. Oh, see, it would be better here because there's blues on the butterflies. And so yeah, I'm just going to hang it here just for interest. Maybe on that side. Well, we'll wing it. Come on. Yeah, I'll have to see what's going on with this. It was working just fine before. And so there we go. I'm just going to add that right there. And there's that on the pocket, and a little music note dangling. And if you didn't like that, you can just remove it. There's enough space there to remove it if it's not to your liking, right? And so there we go. And I'll just quickly show you this one that we did. I don't know if I can pick it up. It's still cloudy, obviously, because it's still in need of drying time. But there we go, there's that one. So you can just see the bird, and it's going to need to dry. So I'm not sure how much time we've been on here. Let's do one more. How's that? So here, we'll just take this one, and I have these tickets. So grab my 1-inch punch. But little images are great, right? I'm just going to grab her and do the same thing. Just put her there because I want to make sure that she is completely on. Oops, don't move it. There we go. And so there we go. Get it cut off. I mean, the most time is the drying time and the cutting. I mean, cutting, well, cutting always takes time for me. Tom helped me do some fussy cutting out some birds, and he was on the second page and I was still on my first. But he's pretty good. He's a pretty good cutter, which is so fun. And so there she's going to be just like that. So, come on. Oops, I need to just trim this little edge. It was sticking up. I don't want it to stick up. There we go. All right. Oopsie. Oop, moved it. That's okay. It's easy enough to fix, I think. There we go, pretty. Grab another one of these. And I'm going to use this clear gel tacky glue again with it. There we are. Use my finger. It's just to move all the lines, all the, you know, that big splotch of glue that's there. Before touching it, get rid of the glue that's on my fingers. And I can see the glue spreading out as I pressed it. That's fun. Look how gorgeous she is. Wow. Love that. I mean, the image just makes it. All right, so I'm gonna grab one of these. Should I even bother? These are what I have a really hard time with. So maybe I'm gonna change my mind. And I'm gonna, oops, I'm gonna grab a little brad We're going to just pop a little brad in there. Let's see what I can do with it. I'm going to grab one of this, it's like a burgundy. Couldn't get all the paper off the back, but that's okay. Just cut a piece off. All right, so there's that. Get a piece of this. Maybe this one can come from the top. And what's fun about these, if you want to add another one to the other side, do that. And then you'll have one on both sides of the page. But I mean, you can use these with, you can make clusters and do the same thing with these tabs. You don't have to have these cabochons. You don't have to have them. You don't have to have anything fancy at all. Oh, that's not gonna work. Oh, goodness. My fingers give me issues. All right, so let's pop it through here. And I'm just going to put it through the little opening there, if it stays for me. Open up the little feet. And then I'm going to add it there, just like that. So let's see if this is going to cooperate for me. It isn't. I wonder why. I have a brand new glue in here, so it's kind of curious. Oh, here it comes. Oh my goodness. Well, that's weird. All this time it hasn't been working, and now, boom, it decides it's time. Push it down. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. What do you think of that one? That one's gorgeous. All right. So I'll leave the other side blank for now. I might put a smaller one on the other side. Maybe when this one's dry, that one can go on the other side. And I'm going to add it into my journal here. And then if I do, it'll just be, I'll just add it while it's in here. Oh, that is gorgeous. So I'm not even going to cut this one down. I'm going to leave it the size it is. All right. There we go. And then just bring it around and then have it up. Sorry if I was off. Have it up a little bit. Oh, that was a little warm on my finger, but I didn't burn myself. And there we go. I just love the tabs that pop out of journals. It just gives them such a nice look. All right, I'm going to leave it there for today. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Questions, comments, please leave them below. And I just wanted to let you know that on Friday, I was a guest on a podcast. So the lady's name is Sally, and she's with, oh goodness, I'll put all of her information in my description and the link to the video. I hope you watch it. It was so much fun, and I really appreciated Sally taking the time out and having me on her podcast. It was so much fun. And I know I just said that, but it really was. And also, I'll put the link to the video for our giveaway in the description box. So if you haven't already entered that, please do so. And it's going to be good. I showed what I was giving away. Not everything, of course, but the main thing. And yeah, it's going to be wonderful. And oh my goodness, I appreciate you all so very much. Take care. God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.